Hello, everyone, and welcome to ITMO, which stands for Instant Transformation Moment. Now, the reason we call it Instant Transformation Moment is that we use the 3Q method to access spiritual intelligence, which operates almost instantly. When you get good at it, a second or so. And we're going to go through that method today so we can all experience our spiritual intelligence together. Now, before we go into that method, I just want to share with you an article I wrote about instant meditation, which explains a bit about why we call this an instant method. So let me just show you this this article. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. Right. Now you should be this article. Let me just check that it's visible. Right. So you should be seeing instant meditation on the screen now. So I'm going to read a bit from this article. Instant meditation sounds like a contradiction in terms. That's because we normally think of meditation as an exercise that requires an extended period of time, 20 minutes or more. But this is a misunderstanding. Meditation is a shift in identity beyond the ego, which is an instant transformation. All the qualities and capabilities of the higher self are immediately available in the form of spiritual intelligence. Traditional forms of meditation take an extended period of time to make this identity shift. But the time taken by traditional methods is a function of the method, not a requirement of the identity shift itself. The 3Q method achieves this identity shift in a second. That's why 3Q is called instant meditation. Now you can find this article on the sqi.co website, sqi.co. You'll see a description above this video. And there's plenty of other articles on this website about spiritual intelligence. But let's now go into the actual 3Q method so you can discover for yourself that it is an instant method. Now, some of you may be already familiar with the 3Q method, and you may be thinking, oh, I don't have to listen to this again, do I? Well, just bear in mind that your mind might be tired of the description of the method, but if you just follow along with the description, even though you're familiar with it, you will get to re-experience your 3Q. So it's worth just persevering, even though your mind might be bored. If you actually perform the steps that I'm about to describe, even though your mind's familiar with them, you will get the benefit of re-experiencing your 3Q, which is the whole point. So let me show you a few slides now, which will help me describe the 3Q method. Right, so the slide that you should be seeing on the screen now is a symbol that represents 3 dimensions of intelligence: IQ, EQ, and this symbol opens out into the twin poles of attention. We have the object pole of attention and the subject pole of attention. At the object pole is everything you're aware of, everything that's possible to be aware of: thoughts and emotions, perceptions, self-image, you name it. It's all at the object pole. And at the subject pole is simply consciousness itself, which is what we are. We're the one aware of objects of attention. Now I'm just going to show you another slide now, which builds on the slide that I've just shown you. This one here. Slide is the same as the last one with the addition of two words, ego and soul. And that's because when you identify with objects of attention, that's called being the ego. And when you identify with consciousness itself, that's called being the soul. So for example, when you believe that I am my thoughts and emotions, that's the ego state. Or when you believe I am my body, that's the ego speaking. Whereas the soul, the true self, is aware that I am consciousness itself. I am the one aware of the body. I am the one aware of my emotions. I am the one aware of my thoughts, right? So the true self is simply consciousness. The way we access spiritual intelligence is to shift from ego to soul, to shift from believing I am my thoughts to the truth of I am consciousness itself, which is aware of my thoughts. Now, the way we do that is to go through this mechanism of attention, which is what connects ego and soul. Now, there's a very rapid method through this mechanism, which shifts you from ego to soul in a second or less. And it's these three steps: notice, feel, and be. Now, we're going to take longer than a second today. I have these steps to you, but when you're familiar with these steps, you can do them in a second or less. So step one is notice. And the question is, notice what? Well, you simply notice that this is the human operating system, the ego and the soul, the twin poles of attention. You're either being the ego or you're being the soul, one or the other. And so step one is simply noticing this fact that our operating system is constructed in this way. You're either being thoughts and emotions or you're being consciousness itself. Step two is feel. And this is what it's like as the soul, as consciousness itself. And we use a breathing technique for that. So I'm going to describe the breathing technique now, and you can follow along as I'm describing it and experience it for yourself. So bring your attention to your breathing. Notice at the end of the in-breath, there's a slight pause when you're neither breathing in or breathing out. Now, you mustn't hold your breath. Just discover there's a slight pause there at the end of the in-breath before the out-breath starts. Did you find that pause? So there's a pause in the breathing at the end of the in-breath, a slight pause. And now notice how it feels in that pause. Feel how it feels in that pause at the end of the in-breath. How does it feel for you in that pause at the end of the in-breath when you're neither breathing in or breathing out? It feels calm and peaceful, doesn't it? Did you find that? Just check it out again. Feel how it feels in that pause in the breathing at the end of the in-breath. Did you find that peaceful feeling there? Okay, so once you've found that peaceful feeling there in that still point at the end of the in-breath, it's time to move to step 3, which is B. So let's find that peaceful feeling again in that pause, and then we'll move to step 3. So when you find that peaceful feeling in that still point in the breathing, move to step 3 and be that peaceful feeling. Allow that peaceful feeling to go all over your body and mind. Do you feel that now? Do you feel that peaceful feeling all over your body and mind? So take a look around now and just confirm for yourself that you're now being consciousness itself. You're the field of consciousness. And within that field, you're now aware of thoughts and emotions and perceptions, but you're just being the field of consciousness thereof in the field. You're just aware of what's in the field without identifying with it. And this is called using your spiritual intelligence. You're calm and peaceful, and you're aware of whatever arises to your attention, but without identifying with it. That's the key. So in this position, you also have access to all the other qualities of spiritual intelligence, not only peacefulness, but compassion, wisdom, joy, integrity, creativity, everything that belongs to the soul, to consciousness itself, is immediately available now when you're simply being consciousness itself, which is your true identity, your true self. So can you see how simple this is? Notice, feel, and be. It's very simple, very rapid when you get expert at actually using this method. And of course, the reason why we get together to do this is firstly for our own sake, so we can experience our spiritual intelligence and be relieved of the limitations of the ego, but also so we can contribute to collective consciousness. And you might ask, well, how does that work? How do we contribute to collective consciousness? Simply by being consciousness itself in our own case. Well, what we're doing is we're establishing a new pathway in collective consciousness by using this 3Q method. And the more we use this method, the stronger the new pathway becomes. And so people who are not familiar with spiritual intelligence will find it easier and easier to access spiritual intelligence themselves. So there's a collective human consciousness which we're contributing to. And we either contribute ego states to it, or we contribute soul states to it. And what we're doing by activating our spiritual intelligence is we're contributing a state of soul awareness, soul consciousness, or spiritual intelligence. We're contributing that to collective consciousness, which enables other people to connect to spiritual intelligence themselves. There's a whole story about this called The 100th Monkey, which you may have heard about, which shows how each species has its own collective consciousness And the story about the 100th monkey is that once a bunch of 100 monkeys got together and began to wash their food, and once this bunch of monkeys on a certain island were doing that, monkeys on other islands that were not connected to this first island began to do the same thing. So it's like one group of monkeys learned a new skill and passed it on to other monkeys, the collective consciousness of monkeys. Well, human beings are the same. Human beings can develop a new skill and pass it on to other human beings via the collective human consciousness. And that's what we're doing every time we get together and access our spiritual intelligence together. So we meet every week at the same time, Wednesdays at 12 noon London time, for a live session together to experience our spiritual intelligence. So if you can, please join us next week at the same time. And if you can't join us live, then you'll the recorded video on the SQ page. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I hope to see you next week. Bye for now.